Students, in this lecture, we are going to discuss some methods of solving the system of simultaneous linear equations. So, in the previous lecture, we have seen the system of linear equations solutions consistent or inconsistent. If they are consistent, and how to find the solution of the system. And now here we are going to see three methods, namely they are Cramer's method, Cramer's rule, and the second one matrix inversion method, and next Gauss-Jordan. So by using these three methods, so we can find the solution for the system of linear equations. So let's see one by one. So the first one, so which is Cramer's rule. Now here first we need to see the method of finding the system solution for the system of linear equation by Cramer's rule. So let us consider the system of linear equations. Consider the system means three equations in three variables like a1x plus b1y plus c1z is d1 and a2x plus b2y plus c2z is d2, a3x plus b3y plus c3z is d3. So let us take so the system that is 1. So as we know the equation 1 that can be expressed in the form of a matrix equation, that is Ax equals to D, and you know A is what and X is what and D is what, where A is the coefficient matrix, that is a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 and a3 b3 c3, and X is, then this is known as a variable matrix which contains only the variables x comma y comma z, x y z, and the matrix D which is known as a constant matrix which contains only the constants right side of the given system. Now so here what you have to find, or so we need to use some values like delta, delta 1, delta 2 and delta 3 to evaluate the solution for this given system. See, the method of the Cramer's rule is, so first you need to find the value of delta. Delta means determinant of A. So this is det of A only. So it is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 and A3, B3, C3. So try to find the value of this determinant. And next, delta 1 value. Delta 1 means, so by replacing the first column of the matrix A with constants. So this is D1, D2, D3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3 is as it is. So that one is also the means determinant, and delta 2 also a determinant by replacing the second column of the matrix A with the constants. So this is A1, A2, A3 and D1, D2, D3. Here it is C1, C2, C3. And next last, that is delta 3. This is also a determinant. So by replacing the third column of the matrix A with D. So this is A1, A2, A3 and B1, B2, B3. This is D1, D2, D3. So try to evaluate all these determinants. So here so delta value is nothing, delta is nothing but the determinant of A, and delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 are there. So we get so 4 values like delta, delta 1, delta 2, delta 3. See here, so we need to apply this Cramer's rule whenever the determinant of A is not equals to 0. If the determinant of A is not equal to 0, then so we need to proceed the method. Otherwise, the Cramer's rule is not applicable for the given system. Therefore, the solution of the system is nothing but the values of x comma y comma z, right? Therefore, the solution is x is equals to delta 1 divided by delta, and y is delta 2 by delta, and the value of z is delta 3 by delta. So by evaluating like this delta 1 by delta, so we get the value of x, and delta 2 by delta, that indicates the value of y, and find out the delta 3 divided by delta, then so we get the value of z. See here you can observe the values of x comma y comma z RHS values. So every value of x that contains delta in the denominators. If delta is 0, then something by 0, so it is undefined. So that's why so the value of delta is compulsory not equal to 0 whenever we apply the Cramer's rule. If it is 0, then this method is not applicable for the given system. If you want to clarification for the values of x comma y comma z, so just verify the textbook to get the value of x is delta 1 by delta, and delta 2 by delta, and z is delta 3 by delta. So let's see an example regarding this Cramer's rule. See, solve the following simultaneous linear equations by using a Cramer's rule. See, the given system is x plus y plus z is 1, and 2x plus 2y plus 3z is 6, and x plus 4y plus 9z is equals to 3. So let it be the given system is equation 1. As we know, equation 1, the given equation 1 that can be expressed as, can be written as a matrix equation. Written as a matrix equation, that is Ax equals to D. And you know where A is equals to a coefficient matrix. So write down the coefficients of x comma y comma z for the entire system. So the first row, that is 1 1 1, second row that is 2 2 3, and third row 1 4 9. So these are the coefficients of x comma y comma z for all three equations. And so x is the variable matrix. So here so the given variables are x comma y comma z. Here you need to write the variables which are present in the given system only. Okay, so maybe the equation like x1 plus x2 plus x3, x1 plus x2 plus x3, then you need to write this x as x1, x2, x3. Here the given system that contains the variables x comma y comma z. So that's why here I'm writing this is x as x comma x y z. And finally here D is called, right, so it is a constant matrix. See, what are the constants which are present in the given system? They are 1, 6 and 3. Now, so try to memorize our Cramer's rule. So first we need to find the value of delta. Delta means determinant of A, which is equals to, so write down the given matrix as a det form, that is 1 1 1, 2 2 3, 1 4 9. Now, so you know how to evaluate the determinant of the given matrix. So expand along row wise. So this is, here I am expanding this determinant by using the first row. So this is the first sign, plus into 1 times of the minor of 1 is by deleting this row and column. So it is 2 3 4 9. Next, minus 1 times of, by deleting first row and the second column, that is 2, 3, 1, 9. Plus again 1 times of, so it is 2, 2, 1, 4. Now, so this is 1 times of AD minus BC, cross multiplication. So it is 18 minus 12 minus of 18 minus 3 plus 1 times of 8 minus 2. Now, so this is 6 minus 15 plus 6. Then, therefore, the value of delta is, so it is 6 plus 6, 12, 12 minus 15, so minus 3. So, the value of delta is minus 3. Value of delta is minus 3. So, minus 3 means it is not equal to 0. So, the delta value is not equal to 0. Therefore, the matrix, the system that has a solution with respect to Cramer's rule, means Cramer's rule is applicable. Then, so go with delta 1. What is delta 1? How to evaluate delta 1? Delta 1 means by replacing the first column of the matrix A with the constants. That is delta 1. Just replace 1 to 1 with 1, 6, 3. So it is 1, 6, 3. And the remaining columns are same, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 9. Now, so evaluate the determinant of this. This is again 1 times of 2, 3, 4, 9 minus 1 times of, so it is 6, 3, 1, sorry, it is 3, 9 plus 1 times of 6, 2, 3, 4. Since by deleting this row and column, so rest of the elements are 3, 4. Now, so this is 1 times of, so it is 18 minus 12 again minus, so this is 54 minus 9 plus 1 times of, so it is 24 minus 6. This is 6 minus 45 plus 18, then which is equals to minus 21. So this implies the value of delta 1. Delta 1 is equals to minus 21. So value of delta 1 is minus 21. Next, delta 2. How we get delta 2? By replacing the second column of the matrix A with the constant matrix. So there is no change in the first and third column. So the first column is as it is 1, 2, 1, and so then the second column is replaced with the constants, and the third column is 1, 3, 9 as it is. Okay, now so this is how to evaluate the determinant of again 3 by 3 matrix. So here you can use the first column, first row to expand the given determinant. So this is 6, 3, 3, 9. 1 minus, so it is 6, 3, 3, 9 minus 1 times of deleting this column and row, it is 2, 3, 1, 9 plus 1 times of deleting row and column, which is 2, 6, 1, 3. Now expand it. So it is 54 minus 9 minus 18 minus 3 plus 6 minus 6. So next, so it is 54 minus 9. Then, so here we can write, okay, so it is 54 minus 9 minus 18 plus 3, and 6 will gets cancelled. So this is 54 plus 3, 57 minus 27, which is equals to 30. So delta 2 value is 30. Similarly, you can evaluate a delta 3. Delta 3 is by replacing the third column of the matrix A with constant matrix. 1, 2, 1 as it is, then 1, 2, 4, as it is. Then columns are 1, 6, 3. Column 3 is interchanged with constant matrix. Now, so evaluate this. It is a 1 times of 2, 6, 4, 3 minus 1 times of 2, 6, 1, 3 plus 1 times of 2, 2, 1, 4. Then it is 6 minus 24. Now it is 6 minus 6 plus 8 minus 2. Then so it is 6 and 6 will be gets cancelled. So it is 6 plus 8, 14 minus 26. This is minus 12. So the value of delta 3 is minus 12. Now we have delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 values. Hence, by our Cramer's rule, so we can evaluate the value of x, y and z. So what is x? X is nothing but delta 1 by delta. That is, what is delta 1? Delta 1 is minus 21 by delta is minus 3. So which is equals to 7. And the value of y is, by Cramer's rule, we can write it as delta 2 by delta. This is 30 by minus 3. Then, so we can write it as minus 10. And z is delta 3 by delta. Then it is minus 12 divided by minus 3, which is 4. So therefore, the values of x comma y comma z are, or we can write the matrix as x comma y comma z is 7, 10, minus 4. If you have any doubt, so you can cross check with these values 7, 10 and minus 4. So by replacing x comma y comma z with 7 comma 10 comma minus 4 in the given system, if it satisfies with these values, therefore the answer is correct. So their method is correct. Meditation method correct అవుతుంది. So this is the method of solving the system of linear equations by Cramer's rule. So the next method is matrix inversion method. So first we will see the procedure to find the solution of the given system by using matrix inversion method. So that first we need to consider the system of linear equations. So let us consider the system of linear equations in non-homogeneous form. So I am writing only the equation. Consider the matrix equation, because already you know what is A, what is X and what is D. So let us write only AX equals to D. Just consider the matrix equation. And here where A is a non-singular matrix. A is non-singular. Do you know the definition of non-singular? Yes, non-singular means the determinant of this matrix is not equals to 0. So here the matrix A is what? A is a coefficient matrix, X is variable matrix and D is the constant matrix. Here, so we get these three matrices from the given system of non-homogeneous linear equations. Then, so here we need to find the solution. Solution means we need to find the value of X. Here the known things are A comma D. A and D are the known values and X is a variable. So that there are three variables. So try to find the value of X comma Y comma Z by using the matrix inversion method. Now, so here one thing is given, A is non-singular. Here A is non-singular means A inverse is exist. Let it be given that determinant of A is not equal to 0 means A inverse is exist. A inverse exist means by the definition of inverse, A into A inverse or A inverse into A, we get an identity matrix of the same order. Now The given equation is Ax equals to D. So A is a singular, non-singular matrix. So here I am multiplying on both sides with A inverse for the entire equation. A inverse of A into X is equals to A inverse into D. Now, so by associative law, associative means A of BC can be written as AB of C. So that we can write this as A inverse into A of X is A inverse into D. Now A inverse into A is I. So I into X is A inverse into D. Now, so identity matrix into any matrix is that matrix X only. X is equals to A inverse into D. So this is where X is nothing but X comma Y comma Z. So here A is a known thing and D is also known thing. So but A inverse is there. So here the main thing is how to evaluate the inverse. See, already we know the concept of inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix. So if we evaluate a 3 by 3 inverse of 3 by 3 matrix A, then just you need to multiply with D. So this method that covers all the concepts here means, so here you need to find A inverse. A inverse find out చేయాలంటే ఏం కావాలా, ముందు adjoint తెలియాలా, దానికి ముందు determinant తెలియాలి. And here so the multiplication is also possible. మల్టిప్లికేషన్ కూడా ఇక్కడ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. అంటే ఓన్లీ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఇన్వర్షన్ మెథడ్లో ప్రీవియస్ అన్నీ కవర్ అవుతున్నాయి. వాట్ ఈస్ ద మ్యాట్రిక్స్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద మల్టిప్లికేషన్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిటర్మినెంట్, వాట్ ఈస్ అడ్జాయింట్ అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ఇన్వర్స్. ఓకే, సో రిగార్డింగ్ దిస్ కాన్సెప్ట్ సో విల్ సీ వన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. సో జాగ్రత్తగానండి, అన్ని కాన్సెప్ట్స్ కవర్ అవుతున్నాయి మళ్ళీ. See the problem. Solve x plus y plus z is 1 and 2x plus 2y plus 3z is 6 and x plus 4y plus 9z equals to 3. So let it be, it is equation 1 or system 1 by using matrix inversion method. So previous problem choose చేసుకున్నాను ఇక్కడ నేను. Okay, means so you can use any method to find the solution of the given system. The answer is same. For the previous solution, so we get some x value is 7, y value is minus 10 or 4 like that. So if we solve this system by using a matrix inversion method also the same answer. Now see here, so we know the equation 1 that can be written as, so compulsory you need to write the equation 1 can be expressed or written as a matrix equation like Ax equals to D, where, and you need to mention compulsory where A is what, X is what and D is what, where A is, that is coefficient matrix 1 1 1 2 2 3 and it is 1 4 9, and X is a variable matrix. Here the variables which are present in the given set system is X Y Z only, and already D is a constant 1 6 3 1 6 3. So to apply the matrix inversion method for this, so first what you have to check, first you need to check whether the given matrix A is non-singular or not, non-singular or not. So here determinant of A, find out that A is, so it is 1 1 1 2 2 3 and 1 4 9. See, so already done this in the previous problem, so the answer is minus 3. So the determinant of A is minus 3. Minus 3 means not equals to 0. Here the determinant of the given matrix is not equal to 0. Therefore the matrix is a non-singular matrix. Therefore we can apply the matrix inversion method here, or you can write A is a non-singular matrix. A is non-singular. So inverse is exist. So we can solve the given system by matrix inversion method. For example, the determinant value is 0. Then what you have to write here? Here A is a singular matrix, so the system that cannot be solved by using the matrix inversion method. ఇచ్చిన సిస్టమ్కి సొల్యూషన్ లేదని చెప్పకూడదు. ద సిస్టమ్ దట్ డస్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ సొల్యూషన్ అనొద్దు. సో we cannot apply the matrix inversion method for the given system. ఇప్పుడు ఒకవేళ డిటర్మినెంట్ వాల్యూ అనేది 0 వస్తే here the method is not applicable అని రాయాలి. Just you need to write the matrix inversion method is not applicable for the given system. Means there is an alternative method. So by using next method, so we can evaluate. Now, so first we are what you have to find? Yeah, this method is applicable. So therefore, so by using the previous method, already we know what we have to do. X is A inverse into D. So to find the value of X, A inverse into D. So here we need to get the value of A inverse. A inverse is nothing but a matrix. So you know the concept of inverse method. So to find the inverse, so we need determinant and adjoint. Adjoint కావాలంటే దానికన్నా ముందు కోఫాక్టర్స్ తెలియాలి. కోఫాక్టర్స్ తెలియాలంటే మైనర్ ఏంటో తెలియాలి. సో ట్రై టు ఎవాల్యుయేట్ ద కోఫాక్టర్స్ of the given matrix. Okay, so by using row wise, so you can evaluate. So the first row elements are 1 1 1. So here first row, the cofactor of 1. Okay, you know the signs, symbols, plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus. So the first thing is positive into, by deleting this row and column we get 2 3 4 9. Now which is 18 minus 12, which is equals to 6. So cofactor of 1 is 6. Next cofactor of again 1. So even same కాదు ఇక్కడ. Okay, because the position of this one and this one will be different. So again, so you need to find the cofactor of this one also. This one that present in the first row, second column. So the sign is negative into, here the elements are 2 3 1 9. Okay, so by deleting this row and this column we get these 4 elements. Now which is equals to minus of 18 minus 3. Now this is equals to 18 minus 3 means 15, minus 15. Next cofactor of next element is again 1. Cofactor of this one, so the one that present in the first row, third column, therefore the sign is positive. By deleting that first row and third column we get the elements as 2 2 1 4, which is 8 minus 2, that is equals to 6. So similarly find the cofactors of second row, third row. Let's see. So what are the second row elements? Okay, so the second row elements are, so try to write here, they are 1 1 1 2 2 3 and so it is I think 1 4 9. So this is our matrix actually. Now so see already we did the cofactors for first row, right? Right, second row. Now the first element of the second row is 2. Now so where the 2 is present, that present in the second row, first column, therefore the sign is negative, times of 1 1 4 9. Now say this is minus of 9 minus 4, now which is minus 5. Next cofactor of 2. Now this 2 that lies in the second row and second column, therefore minus 1 power 2 plus 2, so it is positive, into, by deleting this row and column we get the elements like 1 1 1 9. Now, so this is 9 minus 1, which is 8. And the cofactor of 3, right? Yes. So the sign of this 3 is minus. By deleting that row and column, we get the elements like 1, 1, 1, 4. Sorry, determinant. Now, so which is minus of 4 minus 1, that is minus 3. So, and next third row elements. What are the third row elements? So the third row that contains the elements 1, 4, 9. So find out the cofactor of 1, then that present in the third row, first column. So therefore the sign is positive. 1, 1, 2, 3. So this is 3 minus 2, which is 1. Next, cofactor of 4, that lies in the third row, second column. The sign is negative. Therefore the elements are again 1, 1, 2, 3. Same. By deleting this row and column 1, 1, 2, 3. Right. Now, so this is minus of 3 minus 2, which is minus 1. And this is the last element, that is cofactor of 9. So that lies in the third row, third column. So that the sign is positive. The remaining elements are 1, 1, 2, 2. By deleting third row and third column, we get this. So it is 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2, 0. Okay, now, so by using this, so we can express a cofactor matrix, right? Cofactor matrix is, which is denoted by C. Now, so write as it is row wise. So in the previous, the elements are 6 minus 15, 6. And the second row elements are minus 5, 8, minus 3. And third row, 1, minus 1, 0. So by using cofactor matrix, so we can express adjoint of the given matrix. Adjoint of A is nothing but C transpose. Right, C transpose is, now by interchanging the rows into columns, so that it is 6 minus 15, 6. This row has column minus 5, 8, minus 3, 1, minus 1, 0. So now we have adjoint A. So by using adjoint A, we can evaluate inverse of the given matrix. A inverse, right? A inverse is 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. Now, so we have a determinant of A, right? 1 by det A means minus 3 into adjoint of A. What is our adjoint of A? 6 minus 5, 1, minus 15, 8, minus 1, 6, minus 3, 0. So this is A inverse. Next, so the matrix equation. Now, so to get the values of x comma y comma z, so we need to apply the multiplication for A inverse and D. So A inverse, what is A inverse? A inverse means it is minus 1 by 3, this matrix, into 6 minus 5, 1, minus 15, 8, minus 1, 6, minus 3, 0, into D. D means a constant matrix, that is 1, 6, 3. Now, here we need to have a concept of multiplication. So this is the matrix A into B form, A into B. So the matrix multiplication is conformable whenever the number of columns of the first matrix is equal to the number of rows of the second matrix. So number of columns are, write down the order of the first matrix 3 by 3, second is 3 by 1. So here the order of the number of columns in this matrix are 3, number of rows in the second matrix are 3. So therefore the matrix multiplication is conformable and the resultant will be 3 by 1. Now, so this is x is equals to minus 1 by 3 times of. Now, so again, so we get a 3 by 1. So by multiplying this row into this column, corresponding elements. Multiply the corresponding elements of this row with column. So that it is 6 into 1, 6 minus 5 into 6. So it is minus 30 plus 1 into 3. That is 3. Next, same this row into the same column. Minus 15 into 1. Minus 15 plus 8 into 6. 48 minus 1 into 3. Minus 3. Right. 6 into 1. 6 minus 18 and it is plus 0. Now, so it is a minus 1 by 3 times of, so it is like 9 minus 30, 48 minus 18 and this is 6 minus 8. Means so this is minus 1 by 3 times of, so write down the values. So this is minus 21, 30 and this is minus 12. Okay, now so it is a matrix. So this is scalar. So, and you know the concept of scalar multiplication. So multiply each and every element of this matrix with minus 1 by 3. So finally we get the elements. Now, so multiply with minus 1 by 3. Minus 21 by minus 3 is 7. 30 by minus 1 by 3, that is 10. Minus 12 divided by minus 3, that is, sorry, this is minus 10. 30 by minus 3. And minus 12 divided by minus 3, so it is 4. So this is the value of x. What is x? X means x comma y comma z. So this is our x comma y comma z. Therefore the solution is, therefore the solution set that can be written as the required solution of the given system of non-homogeneous equations are x is equals to 7, y equals to minus 10 and z equals to 4. So now you can compare with the previous question, previous problem answer also. So we did the same problem in a different method. So but the solution should be same. X is 7, y is minus 10 and z equal to 4. Yeah, dear students, I hope you understand both the concepts, their Cramer's rule and matrix inversion method. So do the problems in the exercise regarding these two concepts. So do all the problems regarding these two concepts. And next we will see the Gauss-Jordan method in the next lecture. Thank you.